Hello guys, I welcome to all of you in this video lecture. In today's video lecture, we will check the integrability of the product of two integrable function. So we will check by proving this theorem, which states that if f and g both are bounded and integrable function on closed interval a comma b, then their product function, that is f into g, is also integrable on the same interval. So in this theorem we have given that f and g both are bounded. So that means there exists a real number which is greater than 0 such that for all values in the given interval, closed interval AB, the mod fx will be less than equal to k, and similarly mod gx will be less than equal to k. And this implies that mod of the product function will be equal to mod fx into gx, and because mod fx is less than k and mod gx is less than k, so their product function will be less than equal to k square for all values in the closed interval AB. And this implies that the product function f into g is bounded. So if f and g are bounded, then their product function is also bounded. Now we will check its integrability. So for this we assume that capital P is an arbitrary partition of the given interval, closed interval AB, such that the x0 is equal to a, x1, x2 up to xn, and xn is equal to b. Be in any partition of the given interval, and let capital Mi dash, small mi dash are the bounds of function small f, and capital Mi double dash, small mi double dash are the bounds of function g, and similarly capital Mi and small mi are the bounds of function the f into g respectively. So where capital M indicate for the upper bound and the small m indicate for the lower bound, right? In the and is suffix I, that means these bounds lies in the is subinterval, and is subinterval means the closed interval xi minus 1 comma xi. Hence for all values x and y belongs to this is subinterval, the value of f into gy minus f into gx will be equal to fy into gy minus fx into gx. Now we add and subtract fx into gy in this term. So taking common gy common from first two terms, we get this is equal to gy fy minus fx. Similarly, if we take fx common from these two terms, so we get gy minus gx, right? And if we take mod both side this equation, so this implies that mod fgy minus fgx will be less than equal to mod gy into fy minus fx plus mod gx gy minus gx. And because the mod fy minus fx will be less than capital Mi dash minus small mi dash, and similarly the mod gy minus gx will be less than capital Mi double dash minus small mi double dash, because the capital Mi double dash and small mi double dash are the supremum and infimum of function g in the is subinterval. And similarly capital Mi dash and small mi dash are the supremum and the infimum of function small f in the is subinterval. So their difference will be maximum as compared to any arbitrary true point in the is subinterval, right? So from this inequality we get, because f into gy minus f into gx, that is product functions difference between the arbitrary values of product function will be less than mi dash minus small mi, and this value will be less than equal to this inequality. So now let us suppose epsilon be any arbitrary positive number which we can make as small as possible, and f and g are integrable function. So there exists a delta greater than 0 such that for any partition P with norm mu P less than delta, we know that the difference between upper and lower Darboux will be less than epsilon upon 2k. And similarly for the function g, because function g is also Riemann integrable, so its upper and lower Darboux difference will be less than epsilon upon 2k. Hence from the inequality first, if we multiply inequality first both side by del xi and adding all such inequalities we have for any partition P with norm mu P less than delta, the UP f into g minus LP f into g is less than equal to k into UPF minus LPF plus k into UPG minus LPG, and this value is less than epsilon upon 2k. So from here we get this is k strictly less than k into epsilon upon 2k, and similarly this value is less than k into epsilon upon 2k. So simplifying this we get this value, that is UPF into g minus LPF into g is strictly less than epsilon. And from the necessary and sufficient condition of Riemann integrability, this implies that f and g is integrable on closed interval AB. So in this way we can say that if the function f and g both are Riemann integrable, then their product function is also Riemann integrable on the given interval.